You haven't watched Heated Rivalry?
No, I started it. I usually don't like gay things. I talk to friends, gay friends, and they're like, "Oh no, I can only watch it like after I off. I can't. I can't watch it pre."
Hello and welcome to the You Up Podcast. I'm Jared Freed.
I'm Brian Russell Smith.
And we are back on a Friday Feels episode. Brian Russell Smith, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me. Longtime listener, person behind the scenes.
You've been behind the scenes of the show for, a long time. And I remember when you started here.
Yeah. I worked here for 8 years.
And this is the first time we've ever talked.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
I know. Wow. This is what my voice sounds like, Jared.
I had no idea. You're such a nice guy. I don't know why I usually wear my sunglasses when I walk in. I throw my jacket at whoever's at the front.
It's very Miranda Priestley.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
How are you? What's going on? How you feeling on a Friday Feels? It is Friday, February 6th. We are in our maternity leave era. Jordana Abraham Marinelli, we wish her well. We wish her the best. We miss her terribly. Mm-hmm. If you want to hear how Jordana's doing, you can sign up for the benefits episodes. That is, what is it, $5 a month? Is that what we're charging for 2 extra episodes a month, plus no ads? And, we just, the benefits episodes, we don't lose people.
Yeah.
People tend to join. And you're going to hear about Jordana's journey, becoming a new mother. We're all so excited. But otherwise, what's going on with you? How are you?
I'm great. I mean, before we get started, I just want to give a shout out to the team behind the scenes.
The team really crushing it.
I work a lot with them. V reads all of your emails.
Yes.
Some of you are deviants,
Yes.
but you're all lovely and hilarious. Jonah edits all these episodes, and she has to listen to Jared talk for hours.
I can't imagine a greater hell.
Yeah.
I can't imagine having to watch this mug.
So they all work really hard. Just wanted to say that. Listeners.
That feels like an attack. Should we be thanking the team more?
Hey, no, not for you.
Am I not thanking the team
No,
enough?
it's not you. It's not you.
Okay.
I'm talking
It's
to
Jordana.
It's Jordana. She's not listening to this.
Right. She doesn't give a shit.
She doesn't care.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, when I had the opportunity, I thought I would take it.
Well, you head up the team. You're our point person here.
Yeah.
And you are married.
Yes.
We got to get in the relationship. This is a relationship show. You're married. They're from Spain.
Yeah.
So how did you meet? And they're older.
Yeah. So my husband's Antonio Pascual.
That's his name?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
This is Heated Rivalry.
I know, right? I was
you don't need to watch the show.
I was always I always had like a huge crush on Pedro Pascal, like before everyone did. Like I'm talking like Mandalorian with the mask, but
with the mask. Well, Pedro Pascal is like one of those people that like was around.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
He wasn't like, this isn't like guy who made it, on a rocket ship.
Yeah,
he's like in a lot of older shows. It's like kind of George Clooney-ish.
Yeah. So I was kind of looking for that. And
looking for my Pedro.
I was
Pascal.
looking for my Pedro Pascal. I met him out at a bar when like 8 years ago. It was one of those nights where you go out with a coworker and for drinks, and then you just keep drinking, and then you don't end up having dinner, and then you just get like wasted.
Yeah. You go, we don't need dinner. I don't want to be full. I don't want to ruin my night. I don't want to have to go home and take a nap at this point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then I lost my coat drunkenly, looking for my coat, and I was like, have you seen my coat? And he was like, no, but you can borrow mine. And then that's how we met. Yeah.
And did you take the coat?
I did take the coat. I did. I mean, I took it back to his place.
Oh. So wait a minute. You're at a place. I'm looking for my coat. You hadn't started talking yet?
No. He said he had checked me out earlier in the night.
Okay.
Like, he was like, oh, that guy is cute.
Sure.
But
so
we
he had
hadn't
eyes
spoken.
on you.
Yeah.
And then you finally come up in his vicinity.
Yeah.
You're pecking around for a coat.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'll give you mine.
Yeah, and he chats me up,
What bar?
It was called Barracuda. Could you tell it's a gay bar? By that
Is
name?
it? Is Barracuda on the attack?
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
yeah, rest in peace. It just closed this last year. Yeah.
Where was it?
It was on 22nd and 8th, I think, 21st and 8th.
Oh, so right near this office, like right here.
Well, I was working here. Well, not at
Yeah.
this. Our other office is was like a street or two away, so it was like a place I would frequent.
So you guys meet, the coat scenario. I gotta assume in the gay community, there's like almost more honesty.
Yeah.
This is my assumption because like you guys go home together the first night,
Yeah.
and then it's like I would think it's easier to look each other in the eye and go, "What is this?" Or like, is there what's the? How do we go towards marriage in that scenario?
I think like you gotta like you test drive the car before you take it out of the lot.
Right.
So
you drink the milk for free,
Yeah.
and then you buy the car.
Yeah, like I think the gay community is very much like let's have sex right away and then figure it out if we want a relationship.
I would argue that's probably a healthier way to go. Where
He's so nervous. Joe's so nervous.
Lost it. He's like, we're gonna. I guess we're all having sex now. Got all nervous. I don't know. There is a thing of like, get it out of your system.
Yeah.
And then let's see. I guess it's more personally offensive if you could take it that way. Where you're like, oh, then they saw my personality and they were like, I'm out of here.
Well, I think it's also the other version of it is also equally embarrassing. Like, I got along with this person, but then the sex was terrible, and now I don't want to continue this relationship.
I mean, for women listening to this, again, we are doing guest hosts, and we're getting different perspectives, and we're sitting here, a bunch of guys, chilling.
That's true.
But I'm like, I don't know how that, like, I think a lot of women, when they write in here, they're like, I can work on it. I can figure that part out.
Yeah.
But I don't know if men can do that.
Yeah. Well, for us, it was more like, okay, so, the next morning, he like made me breakfast. We were just like chatting. And then we had a really an easy rapport.
Right.
And we just kept talking and talking. He had like a brunch reservation with a friend. He pushed it back. And then we were like, oh, that was great. Okay, maybe we'll see each other again. And we exchanged numbers. And then like I think I texted him like 2 days later. And then we just like got dinner. And that was pretty much
And then you're dating. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
That's how it's going down.
It was pretty quick.
Him being, how old is he and how old are you?
So when we met, I was 25.
25.
And he was 44.
44,
Yeah.
25.
Yeah.
What are the hilarious mistakes that happen when you guys show up somewhere together? Is there, because you hear about like the women with their dads and someone goes, oh, like, are you guys dating? Like, is there any fun? Does it result in that? Or do you guys, I'm sure he looks great.
Well, that's the thing.
Right.
He's like
He's
a gay
Spanish.
man from Spain. He takes like, he's got olive skin. Like,
Yeah.
really, everyone thought, I thought he was like 35, 36 when I met him. And he thought I was like 30 because I was kind of skewed older. I'm 33 now. So we've been together for like 8 years. We got married when I was 30. So it felt like, it was like, okay, this is weird. We're at different stages of our lives. Like he had an apartment in Chelsea. I lived in Bushwick with like 3 roommates. You know what I mean? And so like then there was that kind of like weird dynamic of like, oh, I would love to go on this trip. And I'll be like, I can't afford to go on that trip.
Right.
Unless you pay for me, then yeah, we'll go. So we did. But now that it's been, some time, the playing field is definitely much easier in that way. But like it really wasn't an issue because I was very like upfront about it. You know what I mean?
Were you always looking for something serious? Were you both looking for something serious? Some of the feedback you hear from the gay community is like, we have women talk about how hard it is to get guys to settle down, but like when it's 2 men.
Well, it was the time in my life, and actually it's similar to him, where I wasn't really interested in a relationship. Like we were both actually casually seeing someone when we met, and I didn't want to go to the next step with that guy because whatever. He was a pediatric dentist. He was very hot, but he was like very strange. I don't know. It's a weird profession to want to go into. Like, thank God we have you. But like, he was like, how many? Like, whenever I see a kid, I wonder how much teeth they have in their mouth. I'm like, that's a weird thing to
the
say.
weirdest sentence I've ever heard in my entire life.
So
Whenever I see a kid, I wonder how much teeth he has in his mouth.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Is that like a money thing? He's like,
I don't know.
If he has less teeth, I can make more money off of them, or is
Maybe.
that like,
Yeah.
like you're like into that?
Yeah, but so
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'd hear that and I'd be like,
But I gotta say, he was fucking hot. He was
Right.
so hot. So I kind of looked past it.
I think women would be helped. Like when you hear a gay guy talk about like, he's hot, I gotta do it.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of like the going motto of most men.
Yeah.
Like that's why these dating app conversations are kind of hard. It's like you could be as much of a dead fish as you want on a dating app, and a lot of men are like, but they're hot, so I'll keep going and I'll see what happens. And you're like, but they pushed along and they kept texting me. Yeah, well, you didn't say much and you were hot.
Yeah.
Like that's a hard truth, I think, when it comes to, this show, I think, my job here is to make a lot of the icky more edible.
Yeah.
And when it's like guys, I'm like, I get it right away.
Yeah.
Like I get that idea of like, went home, we wrestled a little bit, and then we woke up, we were like, take the number. Let's see. I'm kind of seeing someone else, but whatever. That's why like those story time videos that are done from women that are like, I'm like, it's all when it's done in the gray of like, and they were seeing someone else.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know, if you heard this from another angle, it wouldn't be as crazy.
I just don't think anything is ever that serious, especially when you just meet someone. Like, I don't know.
It's not serious until you have both said, this is fucking serious.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I wouldn't take anyone seriously unless they are saying, like, let's take this seriously.
Right.
Yeah.
And getting that answer sometimes is easy. Sometimes you're asking for it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're the one leading it. Sometimes they're leading it.
Yeah.
But if both people aren't talking, then you haven't heard the full answer.
It's pretty much like, I think the basis of any relationship problem is just not speaking. Not
Right.
communicating.
I mean, well, there it is.
Just be real. Like I have that issue today still,
Yeah.
but like, yeah, just honesty. And I think that's what he does really well. Like, I think it's also a cultural thing. I think like they are just very upfront about how they feel. If they like something, if they don't like something, give it to me, don't give it to me. Like just even like the language, the way they ask for things is very direct, like in Spanish and like romantic languages.
You're learning Spanish for him? Mm-hmm. Is that like a way to connect?
Yeah, I mean, I was like tired of like hearing him talk on the phone and then hear my name and not know what they're talking about.
Right.
I'm like, I know you're talking about me, but what are you saying? So I take Spanish twice a week still. It's been like 4 years.
That's like one of those that I hear someone say, yeah, I take Spanish twice a week. And I'm like, you getting, you're trying to graduate. Like, I'm like, like there's no understanding of like just having like something nice.
Yeah.
But that is a nice thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's like a hobby. I started in COVID. I was like, I
great.
need something to do before
I have a one addition. I interrupted you. The age gap.
Oh, right. Yeah. I mean, it never really came up all that much. It if anything, it comes up more later, just like being like, oh, like as my stages of life change, how does that change within our relationship? Like I said, like the trip stuff or like contributing 50-50 to everything versus before it's like obviously we weren't on the same page.
Now,
but yeah,
you were out for your family. Mm-hmm. You bring home a husband. What is there any like we kind of get like the story of like a coming out story. Yeah. And then there's like we all just go, oh, then they lived happily ever after. Yeah. Like that can't be the case. Yeah. Like it's like, oh, because if someone's older that has to be explained, like here's my sexuality. I don't know how hard or easy your story is, or if you even want to share that. I'm just saying we never really get like, okay, now I have a husband, and how did they react to that? Like you almost have to do it again. Yeah, I mean, or maybe not. I don't know. Yeah,
it's not about doing it again. I was nervous that they were going to be like, oh, why are you with this guy who's 19 years older than you? Right. But they weren't, because he's like very cool and very fun, and like I have nieces and nephews. They all love him, and so like. I was worried about like the first meeting, and then immediately it was just like click. So yeah,
because I guess there's like, there's existing notions of like the age difference in a gay relationship. Mm-hmm. Like I was in Soho House in London. I'll never forget it. Mm-hmm. I'm by myself. I'm having a drink. I'm sitting kind of like, it was busy. Mm-hmm. And this one guy was like, being loud and very drunk, and he was around and around and like just like walking around and really being performative. And he sits next to me and he starts talking to me and this girl that I'm talking to, and he's really like the show. Mm-hmm. And then an older man sits with us, and he's like, "This is Bob," and we go, "Nice to meet you, Bob." And I go, "How do you guys know each other?" And Bob goes, "He's staying with me and my husband." Ah. And we go, and we all kind of look at each other like, okay, that's what's going on. And there was just like, and we all kind of laughed because I remember I like put a bow on it. I go, modern love. Yeah. And they all just kind of laughed and agreed. So like, I know that those arrangements can happen. Yeah. And I would assume that there might be like, we bring someone home who's 19 years older. You go, let me just get in front of this. Like, we have a real relationship.
Yeah,
here.
exactly. Yeah. Like, it's not weird. You know what I mean? It's
This is just like you, mom and dad.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know. I also like, I felt like I was always with older people, like around older people. Like, I'm the youngest of 4 that like, they're like 10 years older than me.
yeah.
So I don't know. Like, they're like, it's funny that like he's older than my oldest sibling, but no, it never felt like, I think on paper it would seem weird, but like you see a photo of him, you see what he looks like, and you're like, oh shit, he's 50.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, so I don't know.
I guess my thing was like the in yourself, do you feel like you need to explain it?
I think maybe initially I did, but then there's also the flip side of it is like, or is this younger guy with this older man so he can get like nice things?
Right. No,
You know?
it goes all ways. There's
Yeah.
insecurities there.
Yeah, on both-
Because I remember
both
I
sides.
saw this guy when he was at Soho House. I was like, I guess there's an arrangement.
Yeah.
Of some sort, because it just felt like the couple, they're having him over.
Yeah.
And I was like, I kind of get it.
Yeah.
You know? And I was
Yeah.
like, but again, you're like, I guess I didn't realize I had assumptions about that. You know?
Yeah.
So listen, we're excited to have you here as our guest
Yeah.
host. We have some emails. We're going to go through them. Everyone go follow Brian Russell Smith. Unbelievable talent. Okay, Brian, let's get into our first question. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Our first email is brought to you by our friends at Uber. Valentine's Day is in a week, and it's not just about romantic love. It's a good chance to show anyone in your life that you care about them. Brian, what kind of gifter are you? Are you a timely gifter?
I am unfortunately not a timely gifter.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm one of those people who's at the store or the mall. Malls exist at the store, I guess. You know, the day before
In
Christmas Eve.
1995, I'd go to the mall.
Yeah, exactly.
and hang out
Yeah.
with my chums in the food court.
Yeah. No, I'm not a timely gifter. Are you?
If I do a gift, I do it.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people with a gift where it has to speak to me and it has to speak to me about them, or else I'm completing a task that I don't want to do. You know, so like I do have a big thing with gift connecting to the person, and that does make me feel good. But if it doesn't, I don't think of a gift at all.
No, it is something that I like will think about, oh, I need to do this. And then I just panic until it happens. And then last minute I just go. Yeah, so I think this might be perfect for me.
Well, if you need a little help this Valentine's Day, trust Courier on Uber to get your gifts there. Courier is an on-demand delivery service in the Uber app that helps deliver items from point A to point B. Whether it's a homemade gift, something you forgot at home, or a last-minute Valentine's surprise that feels intentional. Sometimes you can't physically be there, but you still want to show up, and this email is a great example of that. I love what Uber Courier is doing. They're making the Uber app just a transportation app for everything, and that's what Courier is doing. I remember back during COVID, I had a trainer who was like, I want to send you some workout bands, and they had to put it in the back of the Uber, and we were talking before we started taping, and you kind of whisper to the Uber driver, do you mind if you just drive this uptown?
Yeah.
And now they've made it easy.
Yeah, one time I had to do it for a shoot where they requested these very specific toothpicks that would be in the burgers. And then we sent the toothpicks to Jersey City from Brooklyn. And now we have an easy solve for
And
that.
that's funny because it's like now there's this like big car taking over these little tiny
Yeah.
toothpicks.
Yeah.
And you're like, this was a lot for that. And so what Uber's doing is they're like cutting down that whole process. They're making it more efficient by having a space on the app. Maybe it's someone that like takes their bike over and is like, I got the toothpicks.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's do the email. This email is brought to you by Courier at Uber. We want you to use the Courier function on Uber. And this kind of, is in the same vein. J&J and B. I, 25, have been dating someone 26 for a couple months. Things are going really well. We met on Hinge and talk almost every day. I brought up Valentine's Day casually, and she told me she always does a girls' night on the 14th and has for years. So we're planning to celebrate on a different day instead. I'm totally fine with that, but I don't want the actual day to pass without doing something and accidentally messing this up. I know that she has a sweet tooth, and I'm thinking of baking her some cookies. I don't cook at all. Uh-oh. That's a bad start.
Yeah.
Do I want to bake her cookies? But the one thing I can make is a simple chocolate chip cookie recipe my sister taught me years ago. And I was thinking of sending her homemade cookies on the 14th. Is that something that's too strong this early? We already are going to celebrate together, but I want her to have something from me on actual Valentine's Day. Thanks, a guy who's overthinking Valentine's Day. I love this email. It is thoughtful. It is specific. It is personal. It is filled with anxiety, as most Valentine's Day questions are. How do you feel about this, Brian?
I mean, I think that she would slide off her chair if she got cookies on Valentine's Day.
I mean, it does have a story.
Yeah, it does.
Sister's recipe. I want you to have something even though you have plans. Like, in the world of good boyfriend, bad boyfriend, you are a braggable partner.
I was thinking the same thing. Like, she's spending the time with her girlfriends. She's probably gonna be like, oh yes, I get to tell him that he did this thing and make them jealous.
Right. That's actually the direction my brain went.
Yeah.
Because I want to ease their anxiety by making it worse. Okay? So my thing to them is a Valentine's Day gift to your girlfriend, to your partner, is either the nicest thing someone has done or it's the reason you need to end it. And that's because a Valentine's Day gift is a showing someone what page I am on.
Yeah.
I'm on page I love you and bake you cookies with my sister's recipe. And they are going to have to chew on that. They're going to have to go to that page. Literally.
Yeah,
literally going to have to chew on those cookies while thinking about, are they where you are? Now, if they're like a page behind you, not that big a deal. They'll deal with it. We can keep on rolling. If they're on another chapter, these cookies could mean the end, but it's not because you shouldn't give the cookies. I think this is the best thing you can do is act on your emotions. We have to trust in dating. And I think what we do in dating, like this question's easy for us to answer because we go, yeah, send the cookies. You're going to be the fucking boyfriend of the century.
Yeah.
Or they're going to dump you. Okay, cool.
Ew, you sent me cookies.
Right, because the brunch table either goes like this. I'll be her at the brunch table.
Okay,
ready?
Oh, what? Someone just Uber couriered cookies to you.
Oh my God. Brad sent me cookies? Let me read the note. My sister taught me this recipe when I was a little toddler, and I made these cookies specifically for you because I love you just as much as I love my family. Guys, I told you, he is the best. I've never had it better. I've never had it easier. He's sweet. He's loving.
Do you want to do the alternative now,
let's do the alternative. Okay, ready?
Be like, oh, someone just brought these cookies?
Oh, God. They're from Brad.
God damn it.
Yeah, her sister taught him the recipe. He's been talking about these cookies for a month. He's a really nice guy, and he's sweet and loving, but I don't know if I'm into it. And these cookies, he must really love me. And I just keep thinking of getting ravaged by my ex all the time. And this cookies just made me think of it even more. How much I don't want to be with him anymore. I think I got to end it with Brad. Do you want some cookies?
Oh, yeah, they're delicious.
And then they eat cookies while discussing how they're going to dump you.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's as horrific as that sounds for Brad, who wrote in, that's not their name, but as horrific as those two scenes, they're the exact opposite. But that's what a gift gets you. A gift gets you answers. So I love this question because it's a little sadistic. I feel a little bit like, Zeus sitting on my mountain watching my, the humans interact below, because I'm it can go in either direction. But we have to trust, and this is a big deal for dating, that we are not making decisions while in a straitjacket in a padded cell. If you're in a straitjacket sitting in a padded cell, okay, let's trust your emotions less. But if you're not, and you're free amongst us, you're probably sane and well, and you wanting to bake them cookies is the right decision. It's not going to be why you broke up, but you may break up. Okay.
Yeah, I love the exposure therapy. That was awesome.
You're welcome.
I think that was perfect.
I thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'm happy. We had to play it out.
Yeah.
Because Brad needs to see that his cookies are either the most wonderful thing he's ever done for someone or the most horrific thing that's ever happened to someone.
And maybe at least she'll always think of you when she has a chocolate chip cookie.
Right, which I have gifts like that where I think of someone, I'm like, oh my God, oatmeal raisin has been ruined for me. Thanks again to our sponsor, Uber. No matter the occasion, Courier on Uber makes it easy to show up, even when you can't physically be there. Just open the Uber app, slide over to the Courier tab, select your delivery type, and let Courier help deliver what matters. Maybe some breakup cookies.
Yeah.
Or love cookies. Gonna do an icky or picky.
Let's do it.
Icky or picky. That is the game where you're dating someone, you get the ick. Is it a real ick or are you just being picky? You ready? J&J and Brian. I have an icky or picky. You get broken up with over your music taste. For context, my boyfriend of 10 months dating, 7 months official, and I recently broke up. He said I'm a great partner and he felt so loved, but he couldn't get there because I am not as passionate about music. He said he recognizes I show up and I'm supportive of him, went to all his classical and indie rock shows, but that he wants someone to be more invested in music. On our second date, we talked about how he was an indie rock guy, and I was like, I listened to Beyonce, Taylor Swift, and Sabrina Carpenter. He said it wasn't a deal breaker and made a main pop girlies playlist for me. But here we are. So what do you think? Pop off. What do you think?
Well, I think she's got great music taste.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with her taste.
No, and I think he kind of sounds like a fucking loser.
He sounds a little bit elitist.
Yeah.
I mean, based on this story.
Yeah. I think.
Have you ever broken up with someone based on something similar to this?
Man.
Like, and I can understand I can't be with someone that I can't share this thing with.
It does sort of seem like she is sharing it with him, though.
She
you
tried.
Know what I mean?
Right. There was
Like,
compromise here.
There's the whole thing of like opposites attract. Is it true? I think in this case, I'm more interested in someone who is passionate about something and sharing that passion with me. And she seems like she was trying to do that, but it seems like he might just like want like a fan versus a girlfriend. I don't know.
Went to all his classical and indie rock shows. Like, is he a audience at a classical or is he in the indie rock? It seems like she would have said he plays in a band if it was that. When you go to a classical, a classical and indie rock, there is an elitism to this group of people. Like there are people that are so into music and it is their passion, but it is weird to be like, I can't be with someone who doesn't understand it if you're trying to understand it.
Well, so I am into indie rock.
Okay, excuse me.
Yeah. So like, but my husband is not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so a few months ago, there was this band called The Format playing in the city. And
I like their older stuff.
Yeah. I went and I went by myself.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm going to enjoy this. You're not. Don't come with me because I don't want to listen to you bitch and complain about like how annoying this is.
Right.
You know, and then for me on the flip side, he's a huge, like he likes to go to plays and I cannot stand a play for the life of me. Like, oh no, Shakespeare, please no.
He goes to Shakespeare?
Goes to like
Othello? He's just sitting there be or not to be?
I went and I fell asleep. I fell asleep in the theater.
Did he get mad?
I don't think he noticed, but I did the thing where your like head rocks. And I did like one really hard one, and I was like, I think I just need to get up and go outside. And I just like stood in the lobby for a little bit. But I think like a good relationship is like acknowledging that, you know, sometimes you're gonna have different like tastes and just like letting it happen.
Would you ever break up with someone because of their music taste?
No, but I would break up with someone if they like had a very strong negative opinion about my music taste.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if someone was like, oh, I hate Taylor Swift because I don't know, I just hate her. And I'd be like, well, then you're not a very informed person.
I'm with you. I love when someone loves something because then I tend to like learn about the lore, the nuance. Like anytime I've been with like a Taylor Swift fan and then I find out about the drama behind the Taylor Swift fandom, I'm in. It's a Marvel Easter egg.
Like I love someone who loves something and I love Taylor Swift. Like she's actually, you know, the background on my phone right now.
Look at that. There she is. And
She's
all
pointing at
her-
you like you can do it.
Did you go to a bunch of the? Did you go to a bunch of the?
I went to 3 Eras tours.
3.
3 Eras tours.
Which cities?
I did New York, Philly, and then I did Madrid.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was
the Madrid
awesome.
one, you must have been in heaven.
It was amazing. It was hot as fuck.
That
People
can
kept
ruin
like
a concert.
passing out, but like straight up, and she'd be like Ayuda, like pointing out into the audience, like help. But like so, my husband, not a huge Taylor Swift fan, respects her. Like he's like, oh, she's a talented, strong, smart young woman. But it's, sometimes he'll be like, can we please change the song, change the channel?
Yeah,
which is fine.
Enough's enough is different than I hate the thing
Exactly,
you love. Like
yeah.
to me, like you love Taylor Swift. If anyone's response to that is I hate Taylor Swift, like that's kind of like saying I hate ketchup. Like we've all decided. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Like you don't have to put it on your burger, but you can't
Right.
deny that it's not good.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't deny that it should be on every table when a burger's being served.
Exactly.
So
yeah,
it is picky.
yeah.
But based on the specifics of this email, I kind of have like a diagnosis. Like if they're like questioning what the fuck, because we're getting this from the other side.
Yeah.
We're not getting it from the person who had the ick.
Yeah.
To me, their email to us, the guy writing in to us, their email would be very different than the one that she's sending. Because what we're saying is you could have different interests. It would be extremely picky to dump someone based off of they could never understand even though they're trying.
That's picky.
That's picky.
Yeah.
What I would say to them, based on the particulars, I would say this speaks to my straight male soul. 10 months in, now you got to make a decision. What are we doing?
It's true.
10 months in is the number. 10 is the number where you got to go from, you got to meet the family. You got to do the serious stuff. You got to be in a relationship. You have to then, if you're going to end it, have a reason.
Yeah.
And for a lot of people, there's no good reason. So they stuck to this elitist view of music and they sold it to you.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the reason they broke up.
It's probably not. Yeah, it's probably an excuse. But it's probably good that he did it when he did it.
Right. This is the thing. That the 10-month, whatever the reason someone gives you at 10 months, I would like just take it and go, I guess you can use that as your parting gift to talk about at the brunch table and break down in the way we're breaking it down here. But like the reality is I can't see a scenario where someone doesn't enjoy the things that I love, but it is trying where I'm like, well, get out of here. You got no ear for the classics. Like that's a crazy reason to end it with someone.
Yeah.
I'm with you too. I love when someone I date has things. Like I love when they have a passion, an interest, stuff they don't need me to do.
Exactly.
Teach me. Show me the world.
Yeah.
I want to be Jasmine on the blanket. You show me your world.
Yeah. Yeah. And otherwise, like, what are you going to talk about? Also, this is what friends are for. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I think so often in these situations, you think that like, oh, your partner should be everything. It's like, no, you need to have like other people in your life.
Right. When men want to get out of relationships with women, they tend to turn themselves into the most crazy version of someone that doesn't really exist.
Yeah.
So what you do is you create a straw man. You turn yourself into the straw man. So he's saying, I am so into music. The person I'm with has to be as into music and classicals and indie rock bands as I am, or I could never live. And that's just not human beings.
Yeah. This is like like 500 Days of Summer, but the opposite. You know?
Right. Let's do another email. We have an advice email. We have a screenshot. We love a screenshot. Brian, you want to read it to us?
Yeah. Hi, J&J, longtime listener and subscriber. Coming to Jared's show in Vancouver, and congrats to Jordana and Mike and Ronnie on their baby girls.
Amazing. Love it. Vancouver. I'm coming to Vancouver, Tempe. I'm also going to, this is coming out the 4th. I am coming out, or the 6th, New York City. New York City. We're doing a show. Toronto. Very few tickets left. Let's go.
I'm looking.
Oh, LA. Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good.
Los Angeles. I'm doing a show in LA for the Netflix is a Joke Festival. Come.
Basically anywhere.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
JaredFree.com at the same time.
I'm looking for advice on when and how to disclose having herpes to a potential partner. I was diagnosed about a year ago and chose to be upfront because it weighs on me if I'm not honest.
Okay.
Recently, I told someone on a first date. The date was going really well and we ended up back at his place. Since sex felt like a real possibility, I told him I have herpes. He said he didn't know much about it, so I explained what I've learned and offered to send an article and podcast that helped me. I couldn't tell if he was turned off or just uninformed.
Probably more uninformed. Like at this point, uninformed is probably, because I would say with most herpes talk, it's really just uninformed.
Yeah.
Like I don't think like we're all aware it's out there. We're all aware that like, anytime you get like a cold sore.
Yeah, that's herpes.
Someone goes, oh, that's herpes. And you're like, well, what, should I change my whole life around? And then the doctor, you say to the doctor and they go, no.
Yeah.
They literally tell you it's nothing.
Yeah, just don't kiss anyone.
Right.
Unless you want to give them herpes.
Well, unless that's your goal. Yeah. That's, but I'm saying like even the doctors seemingly, because I've had the conversation with the doctor, I go, what should I do here? Anything, sometimes I get like a cold sore and like the depths of my mouth, they go, no, that's inside. That's different. And you go, okay.
Yeah.
So they look at you, they go, continue on.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
And so with this stuff, and you get kind of sweaty talking about it because you don't want to, someone is dealing with it in the way this person's dealing with it. And you go, okay, I don't want to have to. So it is uncomfortable, but we fear what we don't know.
Yeah.
So let's go to the text. We'll read the text. You be, I guess.
I can be the lady.
You be the lady.
I'll be here.
Okay. Go for it.
Good night.
There's still an hour left in this movie. ...
Lol, good thing you're not tired. Also, here's that podcast. This was also really helpful for me. I hope that you'd still like to see me again. I had a really great time with you, and I'd love to get to know you more. And then no answer.
Uh-oh.
The next day.
Talk about a text you'd want a response from.
Yeah, at least a thumbs up would be great.
Something. A thumbs up would actually make me, run into traffic. Hey, here's this information about herpes. Would love to see you again.
Thumbs up.
Cool.
So she followed up the next day. Hi, I hope you're having a good day. Would love to know your thoughts on the above. I'm feeling a bit vulnerable and maybe a touch embarrassed.
He writes, hi, thanks. You too. Hope you're having a good day. You too. Oh, and the other stuff that you're very vulnerable about. I just got back from a forest run with Odin. I guess that's his dog.
Yeah, or he's like a Viking.
Right. I don't know. We got Thor writing back. But talk about a type. A forest run with my dog Odin. Yeah. I'm literally looking at what this guy looks like and running some errands. I'll stream that podcast today. No acknowledgement of her vulnerability. This is a tough text back. There's going to be a point, and I would say to this person, like, I can't tell them how to feel. If I text someone, hey, this thing that's really important to me that I brought up on the date, I do like you and would love to see a future with you.
And I'm feeling vulnerable and embarrassed.
Right. And then they don't even acknowledge any of that or make me feel a little bit better. Then I'm kind of turned off by that. And I think what she needs to hear is it's okay to be turned off. Mm-hmm. The name of the podcast is Sawbones, the Herpes Thanksgiving Special. I mean, this is like Charlie Brown Christmas. I have herpes.
Yeah.
Sawbones, a marital tour of misguided medicine. Well, if they're doing the misguided medicine podcast, I think that's like a very great idea and worth listening to head to Plug City. Do we want to read the rest of it?
Yeah. So she wrote, after I left, I texted saying I hope to see him again. Oh, we already talked about that. I'll just read it. After I left, I texted saying I hope to see him again since we had talked about another date. He replied the next afternoon after I followed up. Didn't acknowledge what I said and hasn't mentioned the podcast or another date since. It's now been a couple of days, so I'm assuming he's not interested, though it felt like we could have gone out again if this conversation hadn't happened. This was a very vulnerable moment for me, and his reaction has added to the stigma I already feel. I'm wondering when the best time to have this conversation is. Is it better to bring it up early once things get physical, or wait until you know someone a bit better? Looking forward to your advice on the subject. Thanks, a herpes up bitch.
Well, I want to thank her for writing in. This is a tough thing to write in about. I I hear her.
Yeah.
If I sent a similar text and it got no acknowledgement and was kind of like left there hanging, I would feel similarly. How do you feel about this?
I feel like she did the right thing of telling him up front, especially if she feels concerned about it. I think talk to your doctor probably, because I feel like there's different cases where you are like more likely to pass it versus not, depending if there's a flare up. But like, I think she kind of went overboard. You know what I mean? Like, you can say like, hey, just a heads up, I have herpes. There's no chance of you getting it right now. We'll use a condom. Everything should be fine, but I just wanted to give you the heads up.
Let me ask you a question. Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, but I think like a podcast and an article is kind of like, you're giving him homework.
I had the same thought.
Yeah.
If I received homework from a first date in any form, hey, read this book I've been thinking about. Did you read the book? I'd be like, get this bitch away from me. My God. It wouldn't matter what it was about. Did you read up? If someone follows up on the reading they brought up on a first date, I am like, hey. Unless I really like them. Here's the thing. You can't fuck it up. That's the real thing about dating. And this is no one talks about this because it was a lot of dating podcasts would have to end right then and there. There is no way to screw up if someone feels a connection to you. You and your husband are 19 years apart. There was no way to screw it up. You went up to him. Did you find my jacket? There was no way to screw that up. It was unfuck-upable. And, you know, I hate to like start anything, but like, you know, Tinks, who we've had on this podcast years ago, she has this thing called the box theory. And I really don't like it because I think
I don't know what the
box theory is. Men meet you and decide right away whether they want to fuck you or date you.
Okay.
And they put you into one box or the other. I think it's a demeaning way to be given advice. I think it actually takes away the other side of the story. I think it also, if you're living that way, like, I don't think men genuinely, I don't think most people, I think that's like an evil way to look at someone.
I also don't think men are that deep.
Well, that's my point. They'll still fuck you while they want to date you.
Exactly.
So you've revealed nothing. Them wanting to fuck you never goes away. So this guy, you go, I got herpes and I'll send you some information. Sure, he's going to be nice on the date. He's going to keep going. And then he's going to go, do I like that person? And it has nothing to do with the herpes. Do they like how you gave the message? Did it get a little awkward when you did because you're not really, you're trying to process and go through it? You said it's been a year. So maybe you're just not ready. Maybe you're not your full self. And again, what you said is correct. Like if someone sent me a podcast and an article, I would think maybe they need a different way to like relay the information. I don't think they should stop being vulnerable.
No, totally.
Like I think like maybe we find a new way to, here's the airplanes coming, you know, to feed it to people. And like, you know, everyone needs to find out how to like explain the baggage in their hands, because we all have baggage in our hands.
The last thing I want to listen to is the herpes Thanksgiving special.
No, I'm out.
I would see that title and be like, what?
Right, I don't...
Give me like a bullet point from WebMD at least or something.
Right, and well, what you just said, hey, I'm not going to... You want to show confidence. I'm not going to give you herpes. I just want you to know, because I think it's important that people know these things.
Exactly.
I'm not going to give it to you because honestly, you have to be so read up on it yourself that you can confidently... give the information to others.
Well, that's like in the gay community, obviously. HIV prominent or much more before, but now there's PrEP. And there's also like people who are HIV positive who are on medication who can't transmit it even if they tried. But like, so it's just saying those basic, easy things. Like, this is what it is. And if I want to do more research about it, I will.
Well, that's the other thing about the gay community with HIV. Like, they got so read up on it. I think that was like the power of like the movement, so to speak, is like every, the PrEP and the fact that hey, this is what people take and these are the versions and this is, you have no way and knowledge is power. Like, now we're a Dare episode. Now we're, now it's Nickelodeon here.
But like, I mean, I'm not on the apps, but I know that they'll be like on prep in their bio, you know what I mean? Or they'll say like positive, non-transmittable, you know?
Always been my envy of the gay community this is my true envy is that, and it's male, female stuff because it's not gay, not gay.
Yeah.
It's male, female. Because if I could put in my profile my exact type of woman, like you guys are like, I'm looking for an otter. What's an otter?
Otter, he points at Joe.
No,
It's like a skinnier, hairier guy.
Skinny, hairy guy.
Yeah.
That is how. This should tell people about this should tell people about the male, search for sex it is specific. There are types, but we're not allowed to have a type. I'm not allowed to have a type as a man because I would look like I was being disgusting.
I would say that those...
If I was like, I like thinner, hairier women.
I would say, though, those men are typically looked at douchier than others.
The ones that put their type out there?
No, they're like super specific. Like if they're like no fats, no femmes, like that's like fuck that guy.
Well, you have invented a classier way to communicate it.
Yeah. But I will say there is like, I do get when someone's like, I prefer fit people because I am a fit person. But I guess you can't really even do that in the straight community, can
No.
you? Yeah.
I like curvier women.
Yeah, there you go. You can't say that.
I can't say that.
Yeah.
It becomes this thing of like...
You could buy a t-shirt that says it at the Jersey Shore.
Right.
But you can't put it in your dating app profile.
This is my envy of the gay community.
Yeah.
I think it translates to the PrEP stuff and HIV. I think it'd be... And there's not this like stepping on, there's a tiptoe that goes on with straight relationships that I think we'd be better off if we did it a little bit more like the... LGBTQ plus
honest communication.
Right.
Back to it.
That's what it is, right back to it. But so to this person, like, I think how they said it, they could work on their speech.
Yeah.
The fact that they said it, good for you. Vulnerability is great.
Yeah.
There will be someone, and again, to go back to that box theory, like, well, he doesn't, I think it's just you didn't get along.
Yeah.
And I it's hard for me to tell them how to feel because I'm sure they feel like shit.
Yeah, I think they did the right thing though, and I mean, at least you're putting yourself out there.
Yeah, and let's. I think working on the speech, and how you tell people about it, that's always helpful. It's helpful for me if I was with someone that said to me like, just gonna give you the rundown.
Yeah, and confidently, not be like, I'm so embarrassed by this.
Hey,
thing.
like listen to this podcast. Give me your takeaways.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll miss something.
Maybe he's like, oh damn, she fucks. She has herpes.
Well, yeah, that's like the way my dad would imply it. He'd be like, been around.
But in a good way. I would say I would take it in a good way. I would take it in a good way.
Right.
I don't know.
Well, yeah, I want to know that you fuck, but also like I want to know we're all okay, which generally we're all okay.
Yeah.
So, Brian, this was great.
This was awesome. Thank you so much for having me.
We're so happy to have you on.
Yeah.
Go follow all in the description of this episode, all your socials.
Also, I'm on a show at Betches called Betches Video Club. It's a fun like recap of like your favorite nostalgic and current movies and TV shows.
I love a movie, TV show, because a podcast like that, Betches Video Club, everyone should go subscribe just so, even if you're like, I don't know, maybe one day I'll listen. Just subscribe, get your stuff so it's in your Rolodex for the if and when you need a show.
We give you the synopsis, we give you a lot of fun facts. It's a lot of fun banter. It's like basically a comfort watch in those like dark times.
Yeah. I mean, also it's great that you can go through their catalog and see a movie, TV show that you've been kind of wanting to watch, but you're like, who would I talk about this with? Well, you go watch it. Now you talk about it with Betches, but you don't have to talk at all.
Yeah,
there you go. So everyone go listen to the Betches Video Club. I'm Jared Freed. We'll be back next week. Boom.